Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between Hasu and Sonk here on Secret Valley right now. We have Sonk spawning over here in the bottom left-hand corner as the teal human player. Meanwhile, we have Hasu spawning over here on the top right-hand corner as the pink undead player. Pretty much with the standard opening from both players that I can see so far. Ultra of Darkness, Ziggurat, Ultra of Kings, and Barracks right now. Yes, I am still a little bit under the weather, so not feeling too great, but felt like I just need to get back into the swing of things and trying to start cast a little bit more so I don't lose any of this. And yeah, it's just like playing Warcraft 3. If you stop playing for a little bit, you just kind of get out of practice and you start jumbling up on your words a little bit more. I am still a little bit groggy, still a little bit lightheaded, so please forgive me if I jumble up my words or if I, just don't make any sense, as I sometimes do not make sense already. Anyways, we have Sonic now setting up a scout farm a little bit further away than normal. A little bit interesting on how that's going to be used. Perhaps he just wants to be able to figure out when he's gonna be pushed by that Death Knight a little bit earlier. That's going to be trained right there. And also we have a Tomb of Relics now being built. Yes, Tomb, not Tome. Tomb of Relics now being built. And most likely for that Rod and Necromancy, and yeah, pretty much a pretty standard build on this particular map. But right now, I'd say Secret Valley, Undead versus Human. I don't think I've casted too many games on this particular map with Undead versus Human, so a little bit curious on how to see this is really going to work out. We'll see if the fountains really play into effect right there. The fountains may be easier to creep out for the human player, but most likely the Undead is going to try his best to make sure that he harasses the crap out of the human player so he cannot get that red drake down. Water elementals and archmage usually enough to take down that red drake if left alone. Sonk also getting a single tower in play, so that single tower gonna be upgraded to a arcane tower just now, and what that tells me is perhaps he's either expecting a very hard push from Hasu, or he wants to set up an expansion and wants to make sure that his natural base is already well defended right now. Trying to take out this Null Overseer now focusing down this Water Elemental, Archmage now taking that damage, Archmage now being moved away. Down goes those two Null Assassins. Death Knight will not be able to get here in time, so Hasu going to come over, has used his one charge of that Rod of Necromancy and now trying to come in. We'll see how it's really going to work out for him, as the Archmage is now sitting at level 1, almost level 2, and Death Knight unable to get any Death Coils off and try to steal any experience right now, and now we have those Null Brutes going to be taken down. Death Knight now coming back around, Death Knight wanting to get that last kill. Let's see how it's really going to work out, and Null down to 22 hit points, and now level 2 on Sonk, so Sonk pretty much opening off with a very good start. Death Knight getting some experience off of that Water Elemental though, 42 experience from a single level 3 Water Elemental. No Brute goes down, and that misses, I believe. Yes, misses. And we have a Tome of Agility on that Archmage. That Death Knight just a second or a half a second too late in terms of trying to get that kill steal off. So Archmage picks up the Tome of Agility and gets an additional, I think, like, what, 35 experience at this point. Right now, Town Hall, is he producing any more militia, peasants? Yeah, more peasants being trained, so that tells me that it is definitely going to be an expansion attempt. And right now, two of those skeletons quickly getting taken down, only one skeletal minion being left behind. Ghouls, on the other hand, wow, a little bit surprised by this. 6 ghouls out already around the map. So I don't think Sonk's going to be ready for this really strong ghoul push. And that's a really strong ghoul push. Hasu not teching a tier 2 yet. So this may completely catch Sonk off guard as he drops a Water Elemental and tries to take down this Ogre Magi. Going to try to take down these Troll Trappers. Couple skeletal minions in here. Doesn't show his hand, but now coming in with 6, 7, 8 ghouls. Is that 8 ghouls, or 7 ghouls? That's a lot of ghouls, and that's going to be a lot of problems for Sonk at this point. One Footman goes down, and Ogre Magi, Death Knight, I don't think he got the experience. I think the Archmage got that experience. Boots of Speed sitting in there. Those peasants desperately trying to save all of that, and I think Boots of Speed, was destroyed. The Boots of Speed were destroyed in order to make sure that no side was able to pick them up. Down goes a couple skeletal minions, but yeah, Sonk is now deeply in trouble. Level 3 on that on the Archmage, so level 2 Water Elementals are going to be joining the army, and now towers desperately trying to be made right now. But right now, Hasu sitting with, Death Knight was able to pick up the Boots of Speed. I don't see quite how, was there a backpack upgrade? Oh my goodness, backpack upgrade on the ghouls in order to transfer the Boots of Speed to the Death Knight. Very nicely done. and now we have those peasants trying to fight back against those skeletal minions right now, and that Death Knight continuing to fight. Let's see, level 2 on that Death Knight, now gonna get Unholy Aura, and now it does not look like this expansion will stand. More militia trying to come in, but more skeletal minions getting taken down, footmen taken down as well. Death Knight now trying to deal more damage and able to heal off one of those ghouls. And Ghoul desperately trying to run away right now, and Death Knight sitting at level 2, Archmage sitting at level 3, and it looks like at this point Hasu overcommitted with only 27 over 30 food compared to Sonk's 34 over 36 at this point. Now trying to save up even more, trying to disrupt more of this harassment. Another peasant trying to get taken down, that peasant down to 12 hit points, still able to survive right now. Death Knight sitting at level 2, now getting arcane feedback from that arcane tower, and that Death Knight is going to be forced to run back away. More militia joining in, more skeletal minions trying to come in. Perhaps he'll be able to take down some of these peasants. Peasant down to 27 hit points. Down goes one peasant. He's going to get another one. Down goes another one. Able to take down 2. If he's able to get a 1 or 2 more peasant kills off, he's going to make this expansion very, very expensive for Sonk. Sonk unable to, Hasu unable to get that last peasant hit though, so very nicely done. But Sonk is going to be very, very far behind in terms of tech right now, as he still needs to produce more and more peasants right now. He only has, what, 3 peasants on number right now, and more ghouls coming back in. So, wow, very, very strong ghoul army now coming in. We have a graveyard. We are at Halls of the Dead. I do not see any teching. Oh, no, Pandarian Brewmaster, sorry. I did not see any Lich, but it's going to be a Pandarian Brewmaster. Pandarian Brewmaster with the Rod of Necromancy, and the Death Knight with the Rod of Necromancy. So more skeletal minions going to join this army, and now we have 7 ghouls. Pandarian Brewmaster with that Breath of Fire, and that Breath of Fire is just going to rain a lot of damage towards these units. Death Knight now coming in. Pandarian Brewmaster coming in. Is he going to turn around and get a Breath of Fire off? Yes, gets a Breath of Fire off. Almost gets a surround. Ooh, nice Cloak of Shadows being able to hide in just a second. Are we going to get another Breath of Fire? Arcane Tower not focusing down on the Pandarian Brewmaster yet. Another Breath of Fire hitting off like 6 or 7 of those units. Very nicely done. And now damage just being dealt all over the place right now. Low hit point ghoul trying to run away from an Archmage. Low hit point footman going to get taken down. Another low hit point footman going to get taken down. And that Pandarian Brewmaster does not have enough for another Breath of Fire. Does not look good at this point, as those skeletal minions and those arcane towers are going to be destroyed right now. Peasants are trying to repair that one particular arcane tower, but that one arcane tower should most likely go down to all this focus fire. Archmage may be able to come in, deal more damage, but no, that's not going to be enough in time. Water Elemental's coming in. Down goes another ghoul, so... But that footman that's going to go down. Pandarian Brewmaster kind of getting surrounded at this point. Down goes another ghoul. Archmage down to 156 hit points. Water Elemental's trying to deal more damage to those ghouls. A guard tower down to 200, 193, 124. And it will not be upgraded in time. Oh, upgraded and then destroyed. So very, very nicely done. And wow, Sonk or Hasu just... keeping the pressure up at this point. Pandarian Brewmaster getting a Breath of Fire off, hitting a whole bunch of units in the center, killing a lot of those peasants once again. Water Elemental's trying, the only real thing that's able to fight back at this point. Low hit point Archmage trying to run around that map right now. Oh, down to 96 hit point. Couple of skeletal minions trying to chase. Level 2 on that Pandarian Brewmaster. Level 3 on that Death Knight. And things are just looking very, very well for Hasu right now, as Hasu has definitely has a hero advantage with that level 2 Pandarian Brewmaster, all from that early teching right there. And let's see if that Pandarian Brewmaster will be able to take down that one peasant. Yeah, able to take down more of those peasants, and more guard towers now being built back up, trying to fight that last water elemental. Death Knight now trying to chase after that Archmage. Archmage down to 81 hit points, 82 hit points, and does not see him. So the Death Knight now trying to run back here. Perhaps wants to try to take down all of these guard towers before they are going to be able to be put back up. Pandarian Brewmaster sitting at almost 70 mana. 70 mana will be enable him to be able to do another Breath of Fire. Let's see if he's going to Breath of Fire. Breath of Fires, but does not get all of those guard towers in this position right there. Once again, the Pandarian Brewmaster continuing the fight, trying to take down some more of those peasants. And now we have the Death Knight now trying to come in. Death Knight catching a couple of those peasants in transition. And Hasu really making Sonk pay for this expansion right now by just taking a lot of peasant damage right now. Ghouls now coming in and still has no more charges on any of the rods of necromancy. And now the Pandarian Brewmaster taking down more and more kills. and dealing just more and more damage. Ghoul is desperately trying to run back away as two of the 4 guard towers are, no, 3 of the 4 guard towers are now up. 1 scout tower currently being up, and another Ghoul gets taken down by guard towers, and Sonk finally has enough to keep that expansion up. But the Archmage now trying to chase back and now getting some pathing, and this is going to be really, really bad for that Archmage. Archmage might get trapped here. Archmage down to 320 hit points, and the Death Knight with enough mana will be able to get a Death Coil off. Stay tuned for part 2 of this replay between Hasu and Sonk here on Secret Valley.